Hello class. Today you're going to investigate slope-intercept form. You are going to find a way to graph lines that's quicker than making a table of values. So you can still make table of values. This will give you a quicker method. So let's start with a warm-up. Find the slope and then find the y-intercept of the following graph. Pause the video. And then when you're ready, hit play and check your answer. So let's start with the slope. So you pick any easy point on the line and then move to another easy point on the line by only moving up and down or left and right. So if you start here, you move down first 2 and right 1, which gives you a slope of -2/1. If you started maybe from the bottom, you could have gone up 2, but then you would have to go left 1, which gives you a slope of -2. And you might remember a line that's decreasing from left to right has a negative slope. So -2 is the slope. The y-intercept is where the graph intersects the y-axis. So that's here. So we say the y-intercept equals 0, 5. So let's go to the investigation, which you should have completed. If you didn't, complete it now. All right, so we graph y equals 3x minus 2 by making a table of values first. So here's our table. And then we'll pick easy numbers like -1, 0, 1, and 2. So 3 times -1 is -3, minus 2 is -5. 3 times 0 is 0, minus 2 is -2. 3 times 1 is 3, minus 2 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6, minus 2 equals 4. And let's graph those points. So I'm showing, we're figuring out this shortcut that I was talking about so that you don't have to make the table of values each time. And then, of course, we connect using a ruler. And there it is. And remember, that shows you all possible solutions to y equals 3x minus 2. So what is the y-intercept of that line? I'll mark that with red. So the y-intercept is here. So what's the ordered pair? 0, -2. And then the slope is, so we go, let's see, up 3, right 1, 3/1, or 3. Okay, let's look at another problem. So make the table of values for -2x plus 4. I'll use the same table, same values here. -2 times -1 is 2, plus 4 is 6. -2 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. 1 will give us 2, and then 2 will give us 0. So graph those. -1, +6. 0, +4. 1, 2, 2, 0. All right, and then let's find the y-intercept. So we'll circle that. There it is. So the y-intercept is 0, 4. And the slope, down 2, right 1, -2/1. So now, based on these, what did you notice? The answers to the y-intercept and the slope connect to the equation. So what did you notice? Oh, very interesting. The slope is the number multiplied by the x. The y-intercept, or the y-coordinate of the y-intercept, is the constant term. Let's check with this one. Same thing. The y-intercept, oh, there it is. And then the slope is multiplied by the x. So let's summarize. This is going to go into your vocab list. If the equation of a line is written in the form y equals mx plus b, m equals slope, and b equals the y-intercept, or at least the y-coordinate of the y-intercept. So that gives us a shortcut to doing all of this. So number 8 in your investigation, for the equation y equals 4x plus 1, what is the slope? So the slope is this number multiplied by the x, and the y-intercept 0, 1. And that's all you need in order to draw the graph. So let's start by graphing the y-intercept. So the y-intercept kind of acts like a starting point here. So right here, 0, 1. Make sure it's on the y-axis. And now the slope is 4, or 4 over 1. So now if the slope is 4 over 1, that means you're going up 4 for every 1 that you go to the right. So up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to the right 1. Puts you at a new point. Up 4, it goes off the page a little bit, to the right 1. Now, the other way, isn't 4 over 1 equivalent to negative 4 over negative 1? So you could also go down 4, left 1. Down 4, left 1. It should form a line. I'm going a little further than you have to. But there you go. And then you connect the line to include all the decimal answers in between. So there's the line. And now let's check our answers with a table of values. So x, y, we'll do our same bunch of numbers. So we have 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. Does that work? Yep. Here, I'll change the color. Okay, that point was there. Okay, 0. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 0, 1. Yep. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Yep, 1, 5. And then 2 is 8, whoops, plus 1 is 9. There it is. So it's a way to check. You could even put in a half, and then it'll work. 0.1, it'll land on the line. All right, let's keep going then. All right, so now for the examples below, find the slope and the y-intercept, then sketch the graph. So no table of values needed. But you could always check with a table of values, of course. Okay, so for number 10, what is the y-intercept? That's the starting point. So the y-intercept, so that would be 0, negative 1. It's the constant term. So plot 0, negative 1. Let's put my x and y there. And then the slope, or m, right? M is slope, equals 3, or 3 over 1. There's slope. So that means you're going to go, here, let me change, I'll use a highlighter. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. So let's put the point there. And then we could do it again. Up 3, to the right 1. Now we can go the other way, right? Isn't that the same as negative 3 divided by negative 1? So you go down 3, left 1. And then use your ruler to connect the line. You could always check. Let's see. Let's plug in 2. So you don't have to do a whole table of values, but let's see. Does it go through 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 2, 5. Let's see. 3 times 2 is 6, minus 1 is 5. It worked. Okay, you could do a quick check like that. Number 11. So start with the y-intercept. 0, remember it's this number, 2. And then the slope is negative 1/2. So you're going to go down 1 and to the right 2. Oh, whoops, to the right 2. Down 1 and to the right 2. Every 1 you go down, you go to the right 2. That's how that works. That's the steepness. And then you can keep going in that fashion as far as you want. You can go backwards. So down 1, right 2, that's the same as up 1 and left 2. So you go this way. And then, of course, connect it with a ruler if you have it nearby. All right. Now, if you haven't done 12 and 13 yet, go ahead, pause the video, do 12 and 13, and then check. All right, so the slope of 12 is 1 over 1, and the y-intercept is negative 6, 0, negative 6. So negative 6, up 1, right 1. Right? Positive is up, and positive is to the right. And then number 13, slope, or m, is negative 2 over 1, and the y-intercept is 0, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. There's your starting point. And then the slope is telling you to go down 2 and then the right 1. Or reverse 2 over negative 1, up 2, left 1. And there you go. So that's it. So I hope you have a great day. There is an assignment for you to complete, so check on Google Classroom, and have a great